looking number 19 in 4.3. And as this is a word problem, the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go through, we're going to want to pick out all the given information. So what I've done here is I've made a list of what they told us. We've got a pure acid, a 10% acid, and we're looking for 54 liters of 20% acid. And the question is, how much of each of these, the pure and the 10% acid, do we need to get this final mix? So I'm going to label these. My X is my pure acid, Y is my 10% acid. Now, pure acid means it's all acid, right? So this is actually what this is 100% acid. So, in case you're a little curious about that. Now, what I want to do at this point is put this into a chart. The chart's going to help me organize all my information and allow me then to write an equation. So, I've got my pure acid, I've got my 10%, and I've got my final solution. So I've got 3 columns here, 3 rows that I want to work with. And I need to know the amount, I need to know the percent of acid it is, and then I want to know liters of pure. Okay, because this is also liters, we were given liters up here. So the amount of the pure, X, we labeled it, 10% is Y. The final is 54. Now this, remember, is 100% or 1, because remember we want to write these as decimals. So 10% is 0.1. Down here we want a 0.20, 0.2. So in this, these are times each other, X, 0.1 Y, and what here we've got 0.2 times 54. And I can find out what that is. 54 times 0.2, 10.8. Now, with all this information, I'm going to write 2 equations. First, I can write my total amount right here. I've got X plus Y equals 54. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my liters of pure. X plus 0.1 Y equals 10.8. Now, the reason I chose these columns is because they've got both the X and the Y, but they've also got answers. That means I've just got 2 variables to work with, which is what I want. So, taking these 2 now, I can solve this. Now this is a system of equations, so we're either going to use substitution or elimination addition method. Since we've got these and we can see that we don't have coefficient on the top, substitution is probably going to be the easiest. So I'm going to solve this for, it doesn't matter whether X or Y, I'm going to solve it for X. So then I've got 54 minus Y. I'm going to take this and I'm going to plug it into this equation. So I have 54 minus Y plus 0.1Y equals 10.8. Now, I'm just down to 1 variable, so I can solve this. So I have 54 minus Y, 0.1Y, 10.8. The reason I took the time to put the parentheses in there is because if there was a coefficient out there, or even a negative sign, I'd want to remember to distribute it. So now, 54, this is negative 1, remember, since we don't see it, minus 0.1, negative 0.9 Y equals 10.8. I'm going to move the 54, negative 0.9 Y. Let's see here, I've got 10.8 plus negative 54. Negative 43.2. I'm going to divide both sides now by the 0.9. So Y equals 48. Because remember, the 2 negatives cancel each other out. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to plug this Y in here to find X. 54 minus 48. So X equals 6. So what does this mean? This means that to get this 54 liters of 20% acid the problem asks for, we need 6 liters of pure acid and we need 48 liters of 10% acid. So make sure you go back and you look, okay, what are these labeled? Put in the labels, liters in this case, and make sure you write a complete sentence that answers the question asked. Remember also, you can always check these. Go back, put these in, make sure it works out. Make sure if you put these two together, you're going to get that 54 liters of 20%. You can always check in algebra. Take the time to do so if you're worried about your answer.